Elevate your mind. Open up your heart chakra. So I was just thinking, I was listening to a personal development video, This Rising, by Jim Rohn. And he always talks about, like, teaching your kids. And it's better to teach your child, if you fall down, that's okay. Just get right back up. Instead of telling your child, be careful. Are you okay? Oh my gosh, be careful not to fall. Like, see, when I was growing up, that's what my mom constantly told me. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? Because parents always want the best for their children. I mean, if it were up to me, I would try to keep my kids as safe as possible so nothing bad happens to them. But that's just a mother's love. But then Jim Rohn was saying, like, we could keep you in a bubble, give you everything you needed. You wouldn't literally have to leave. But what kind of life would that be? Right? So it's important to allow our children and even ourselves to fall and just tell ourselves, it's okay. Just get right back up. You just fell, that's okay. Get right back up. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, be careful so you don't fall. If you never fall, you'll never know the consequences of falling, and you will never gain the strength of actually getting back up, right? With anything in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be if you're learning how to skateboard or learning how to roller skate that you fall down and you're like, damn, I fell, so I'm never gonna do this ever again. No, you fell, but get right back up. Get up! Just don't stay down. That's really the key, like, to teach our children not to stay down. And if they do fall, which eventually they will, even babies, when they start walking, they fall the first couple times, right? But they get right back up. They literally have this inbuilt resiliency within them that technically tends to be dimmed down by us, by our parents, by saying, no, be careful, don't fall, that's not good, don't fall, don't make a mistake, that's not good. Or like, if you're gonna do something, then do it right the first time. That's something that I constantly heard when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. If you're gonna do something, then do it right. Which evidently ended up to creating and building within me perfectionism. And while sometimes I guess perfectionism can be a good thing, being overly perfectionistic, is that a word? I just made it a word. Can be a downfall, can be a block, can be a limiting factor to you achieving higher, better, greater, bigger things. So let's let our children fall and get dirty and make mistakes and do things that we might find a little cringy, but know that these things that they are doing, that they are experiencing, are in the end always for their higher well-being, because we need to allow our children to learn on their own rather than telling them what to learn or how to learn. You know what I mean? We need to let them find their own way of learning. Like, I have my own way of learning, and mine is through trial and error. As much as sometimes I don't like it, but it's like I need to try things on my own. Like, you could tell me something might not be good for me, but I'm the type to be like, I'm gonna find out for myself. I mean, and don't tell me that. If you tell me that if I jump off the mountain I'm gonna die, I'm obviously not gonna do that. But if something is like, I want to try it, I want to experience it, I want to see what my experiences is, because even though you think that might be bad for you, it might not be bad for me. So I want to try it. And the kids is the same way. We try to put kids in the schooling system and try to teach them and train them to be one way, all one way. But every single child learns differently. I've been learning with human design. Both my kids are different energy types. And while they're somewhat similar because they're both generators, but one's a manifesting generator and one's just a generator. But the manifesting generator, he's on a bunch of different things at the same time, and he can literally accomplish a bunch of different things at the same time. But my generator is a one and done type deal. You give him one thing and he'll finish it, whoom, down through the end, no distractions. But my manifesting generator will be start here, then go back to here, and then this one, and then this one, and this, and this, and he'll finish them all. It's just a little bit at a time. You know what I'm saying? So it's allowing them to be their own way, instead of trying to say, no, you know what, you need to finish this because you started this. If you start it, then finish it. See, like, that's something with me with reading books. I love books. But I love books so much where I'm in the middle of a book and I want another book, so I'll start that book, then I forget about this one, but then I'll come back to this one later because I finished this one, but then I'll start this one too and I haven't finished this one yet. So it's like, but I'm reading, and I end up finishing them, I end up finishing them in due time. It's just being patient with yourself, with your children specifically. I'm talking about really children, but I mean, we all have that inner child within, so be patient with yourself on how you learn. Allow yourself to fall if you need to fall. Just pick yourself back up. There's nothing wrong with that, baby boo. There's nothing wrong with picking yourself back up. Matter of fact, you better congratulate yourself for picking yourself up and not for staying dead on the ground and saying, oh no, I can't get back up. But you can. You're just choosing not to. So if you got back up, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And if you're telling your babies that's just a fall, get right back up. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. I need more moms like that in my life. Okay?